This Tech in 10 is going to show you how to use Google Slides in order to make some activities interactive, but also facilitate language within the activity, making backgrounds that are locked so the student only is able to move the items on the page that you want them to interact with and not other items there. Look at a couple different activities I just did with some of my staff members and look how that can be done. So what you want to keep in mind is what on your page is not going to be moved, and that's what you want to set as the background for your slide. So for purposes of this example, we had a circle on our page. As students, we're going to be dragging items to this circle in edit mode. I'm going to fill the circle. In the directions for the student are to drag items that begin with D into that circle. So in BoardMaker, I've already made some different pictures that provide the directions to the student. So I'm just going to take a screenshot of one of those. And now I'm going to insert an image from my computer, which is that screenshot. I'm going to resize it, and I'm going to put it down there as a reminder of that's what I want the student to be doing. So that is the background of my page. Now, these are still movable in edit mode. How do I set this as my background? So what I want to do is do Command-Shift-4 on my Mac. I'm going to take a screenshot of this page. Now for now, I'm just going to delete the items I have on here. And you'll notice it says background up here. I'm going to click background and choose my image. From my computer, you will now see that screenshot that I just took. And I'm going to upload that as the background in my slide now. Now you'll notice none of these pieces are able to be moved. I can then go ahead and insert the images that I want in this activity for the students to be sorting or whatever it might be. Now I'm just going to do this quickly just for purposes of this. So the student now has the visual reminder or prompt on the bottom right of the activity, and then they can then drag items to the circle without disrupting anything else on the page. To do that again, undo my slide. I had the circle and I had the instructions or the prompt down here. I did Command-Shift-Force screenshot of this entire slide of individual pieces. And now what I want to do is select a background, which is that screenshot from my computer. And now those pieces are the background of my page. I can then add the movable pieces anywhere I want on the page. And then you can repeat this over and over again. I mean, it doesn't matter what you choose. Some needed this. It doesn't matter what you chose for that, but just to get the idea, it's a matter of setting the background so things can't be moved on the page other than what you want to be moved. So that previous example was for an activity that was in edit mode, and it gives you the appearance of things locked because you set it as the background. Let's do something that now involves view mode with clickable links. What I like to do is create a standard background that I'm going to use in each slide so it's repetitive and non-cluttering for the student. This particular instance is going to be a slide of different videos and questions and visual prompts over and over again. Let's just do one so you can see what it looks like. What I do first is add a shape to this side of my page where my video is always going to go. I'm going to make that box transparent. I'm also going to increase the border on it just so it stands out. Now you can add different labels to that or do more to it. For purposes of this, I'm just doing it quickly like this. I'm always going to put my video here. Next, I'm going to add another shape next to that, and this is where I'm going to put my question. And lastly, I'm going to add one more box, and this is where I'm going to put any prompts or any visuals that might help the student during the instruction with the teacher or therapist. Again, to set this as my background, I can hit Command-Shift-4, take a screenshot of this, and always have that over and over again to set as my background by going into Background, choosing my image from my computer, and there it is right there. Now that's the background on my slide. Okay. The nice thing is I can now duplicate that, and so it can go as many slides down as I want. I'm going to add the video. In this case, we were working on weather. I don't have the exact video, but let's just do circle time weather. Let's just put one in here for now. It doesn't matter for purposes of this. And I'm going to resize this as best I can to fit into the box that I have. Of course, you can tailor this and tweak this a little more. So there's my video. Up here, I'm going to add my question. Now you can take time and stylize these, move them around, however you want to do it. I'm going to add some clickable links in here. Again, in order to do that, let's add a couple of images. I'm going to go back to the web because I don't have them on my computer. Let's do sunny. Cloudy, and we're going to put those into the box. Let's resize those a little bit. So that. And now down here is where I'm going to keep that prompt that you may use depending on your activity. I have my screenshots again on my page over here from BoardMaker. I'm just going to take a screenshot of that. They could have the what symbol, the when. I mean, you could put any prompting in there that you want. I just like to keep this similar background pattern so it's consistent for the student. I'm going to insert the image now from my computer again. And I'll move this down to the bottom. If you have to address this with the student for some extra prompting, that's there for you as well. Again, when you present this, now you've got a nice video here, the question, and your prompts if you need them. Now, how do you link to the correct answers? That's in another tutorial video, but I'll show you that quickly as well. Basically, it involves interactive slides. So what we're going to do here is create a new slide and another new slide. Now, I'm not going to get to stylizing these at all, but just so you can see, I'm going to put yes here, no here, and then basically what you do is on this page, if the weather is sunny, you want to link that to slide 2 that says yes. So you simply go into Insert, Link, and I'm going to put slide 2 and apply. Is it cloudy today? No, that's slide 3. Insert, Link, slide 3. Done. Yes, no. So now when you play that, is the weather today sunny? Yes. Go back. Is the weather cloudy today? No. Now you would also need on these pages, again this is in a different tutorial, you would need to add in go back to page 1 or go back to the next question type things. But again, that just shows you quickly again the linking pieces for a clickable view and presentation mode activity with the visual reminder down here as well. Now one other piece that I like to do for extended activities like this is I like to add a spot on the page that links to a communication board if a student ever needs to go to it. I like to kind of put that in the bottom down here. You can put it anywhere the student you think would access it more, but I like it always available to the student to use in the book. In order to do that, so I already have a screenshot of that communication board on my computer. So I'm going to nestle that in the bottom, and you could have a label on it, you could have anything on it that you want, but we're going to put it right down there. And then you can do that on any page and link it to a communication page within the slides. Now you would have to decide how you want to do that, whether you want it after each page, at the end, long, depending on how many pages, because you're going to have to link each slide back to the next question, and that again is the other tutorial. But just so you can see this in here. So then on whatever page I decide, I'm going to insert the image of my communication page to facilitate the activity. And again, if you need assistance with all the linking and interlinking, we can work on that together. But just to show you this idea that we had. And again, back up to my main page, link this to slide number 9. And now that will take you to the communication board if you needed assistance within the activity. Going to go into present mode as this is a present activity. Again, here's my video. Here's my question with the linked answers. We didn't relink back to the next page, but that would come at it as you made the activity. Any communicative supports down here. But again, you can also then link a communication page into the slide. And if you click that, it will bring you right to your page here. Now you would need to add in pictures to link back to that page and do that multiple times depending on how many pages you have. But just again to show you on here, that is a nice way to embed that in a Google slide so you have that communicative supports built right into the lesson. Click it, and there's your communication page for assistance right there that you can use in the lesson. So again, this tutorial was simply based off of a training I just did. It involved locking backgrounds on your page in order to only focus on the movable pieces. It was in a speech and language sense, however, with prompts or visuals to facilitate language or communication in the edit mode. And then in the view mode or present mode for clickable links, very similar in setting a background, consistent background, where you add video questions and any supports, or also a link to a communication page within the slide deck. Again, there's more to it with regards to linking back to pages, but this was just to show you those examples and how they can enhance Google Slides to facilitate communication within the classroom or therapy session. Hope this was helpful, and thanks for watching.